Las Vegas, where the glimmering skyline is dominated by towering casinos and vibrant neon lights, a darker reality lurks just beneath the surface. It's not uncommon to witness someone emerging from a manhole in the middle of a bustling intersection, an image that starkly contrasts the city's reputation as a glamorous playground for dreamers. Known globally as Sin City, Vegas dazzles visitors with its non-stop nightlife and promise of fortune. But behind this glitzy exterior lies a hidden world that few tourists ever glimpse. Beneath the dazzling facade, thousands of people are ensnared in the grip of poverty and homelessness, a crisis that continues to escalate. Recent reports reveal that homelessness in Las Vegas has surged by 20% in just 1 year, with nearly 8,000 individuals now living on the streets. These figures expose the harsh truth that while fortunes are won or lost on casino floors, countless others see their dreams fade entirely, overshadowed by the city's relentless glow. Many of those living without shelter grapple with mental health challenges and substance abuse, caught in a vicious cycle with no clear escape. Just a few blocks from the opulence of the Strip, the contrast is striking. Extravagant hotels and endless laughter give way to streets lined with hardship and despair. What does it mean when a city, famous for its indulgence and extravagance, also reflects such deep inequality? This is the untold story of homelessness in Las Vegas, an often overlooked reality concealed within the glow of neon lights and the constant buzz of activity. Before we dive in, we invite you to be part of the conversation. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel. By raising awareness together, we can uncover the hidden truths behind homelessness and contribute to the change that so desperately needs to happen. Homelessness in Las Vegas has become a pressing and multifaceted issue, with thousands of individuals facing the harsh realities of life without stable shelter. In 2022, over 5,600 people were reported to be homeless, and more than half of them lacked access to permanent housing. A major contributor to this crisis is the skyrocketing cost of living, particularly housing, which far exceeds what many residents can afford. Shockingly, for every 100 low-income renters in the city, only 14 affordable housing units are available, leaving many to spend an unsustainable portion of their income, often over 30%, on rent. This financial burden frequently pushes individuals and families to the brink of homelessness. Beyond economic challenges, personal struggles such as mental health issues and addiction play a significant role. Many individuals on the streets battle substance abuse or grapple with the long-term effects of traumatic experiences, including childhood adversity. These challenges create a vicious cycle, making it extremely difficult for individuals to regain stability. Interestingly, unemployment emerges as a leading cause of homelessness in Las Vegas, accounting for nearly 2/3 of the affected population. However, this group is generally less likely to face severe addiction or mental health issues compared to those who become homeless due to eviction or family disputes. For the latter, these conflicts often exacerbate vulnerabilities, increasing the prevalence of both substance abuse and psychological challenges. Addressing this complex crisis requires tackling not only the economic root causes, but also the deeply personal struggles that perpetuate homelessness. The COVID-19 pandemic significantly worsened the homelessness crisis, leading to a stark rise in the number of individuals forced to live without shelter. As eviction moratoriums came to an end, countless families found themselves displaced, with no affordable housing options to turn to. This sudden surge in homelessness exposed the fragility of an already overburdened system, leaving many to face harsh and uncertain futures. Efforts by local authorities to combat the crisis have been ongoing, but the persistent shortage of affordable housing continues to drive more people into homelessness. In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, near well-known locations like Catholic Charities, the reality of this crisis unfolds daily. Here, growing crowds of homeless individuals gather with the hope of securing a spot in emergency shelters. However, These shelters often reach capacity long before everyone can be accommodated, leaving many to endure hours of waiting in vain. The experience of waiting outside for shelter is not just physically taxing, but also mentally draining, as hope diminishes with each passing hour. For those left without a safe place to stay, the struggle becomes a relentless cycle of uncertainty and exhaustion, emphasizing the urgent need for sustainable solutions to address this escalating problem. Life on the streets in Las Vegas is a relentless struggle, with the harsh realities of homelessness magnified by the city's extreme desert climate. The precarious nature of this existence is evident in the constant battle against the elements, a challenge that can be as unforgiving as it is dangerous. During the scorching summer months, temperatures frequently climb above 110 degrees, 43 degrees, transforming the city streets into an unbearable furnace. For those without shelter, the oppressive heat poses severe health risks, including dehydration, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. Winter, however, brings a different set of threats. As temperatures plummet during the cold desert nights, the biting chill becomes equally perilous for those forced to sleep outdoors. This dramatic fluctuation between the intense heat of the day and the frigid nighttime cold creates an ongoing physical and mental toll on the homeless population. Without consistent access to safe shelter, many find themselves caught in an unending cycle of survival, with their well-being constantly at risk. Beyond the bustling streets of downtown Las Vegas, some of the homeless seek refuge in unusual and hazardous places, underscoring the desperation and ingenuity required to endure such harsh conditions. Their plight highlights the urgent need for effective, compassionate solutions to address not only the lack of housing, but also the severe environmental challenges they face daily. Beneath the dazzling neon lights of Las Vegas lies a hidden and haunting world, the flood control tunnels that stretch for hundreds of miles beneath the city, known as the Mole People. Around 1,500 individuals have made these tunnels their home. This subterranean existence is a refuge for society's most marginalized, including the homeless, those battling addiction, and others seeking to escape the dangers of life above ground. Originally constructed to manage flash floods during rare periods of heavy rain, the tunnels are typically dry, offering a semblance of shelter to those with no other options. Life underground, however, is fraught with peril. The most immediate threat is sudden flooding, which can inundate the tunnels within minutes, sweeping away anything and anyone in its path. Beyond the constant risk of water, the unsanitary conditions foster the spread of disease and infections, while violence remains an ever-present danger. Yet for many, the tunnels provide a sense of relative safety compared to the streets above, where police raids and conflicts with others in similar circumstances are frequent. Charitable organizations, such as Shine a Light, work tirelessly to support those living in the tunnels, providing resources and assistance aimed at breaking the cycles of homelessness and addiction. Despite these efforts, life in the tunnels is a relentless struggle for survival. Residents often emerge under the cover of night, scavenging for food and supplies while striving to remain invisible to the bustling city above. For those who call the tunnels home, this underground world offers a temporary respite from the harsher realities of surface life. However, it is a life defined by uncertainty and hazards, where every day is a precarious balance between finding refuge and facing the risks that come with living in the shadows of a vibrant yet indifferent city. Homelessness is not only a physical struggle for survival, but also a relentless fight against the stigma and discrimination that shadows those living on the streets. Society's negative perceptions often deepen their hardships, pushing them further to the fringes of acceptance. Many view the homeless not as individuals facing extraordinary challenges, but as burdens or threats, failing to see the complex, often heart-wrenching circumstances that drive them to such lives. This harsh judgment strips them of dignity, making it even more difficult to secure employment or access the basic respect and compassion every human deserves. In their fight to survive, many homeless individuals turn to whatever means are available to earn money. Some resort to panhandling, collecting recyclable materials, or taking on informal and precarious jobs. However, even these small efforts are fraught with dangers. Their vulnerability often makes them easy targets for exploitation, harassment, and violence. Unscrupulous individuals may take advantage of their plight, while some even fall victim to human trafficking, a grim reality for those with few resources and little protection. This cycle of judgment and exploitation compounds the challenges of homelessness, creating barriers that can seem insurmountable. For many, the struggle is not just to find shelter or food, but also to reclaim a sense of worth and humanity in a world that often overlooks their pain. Addressing homelessness means not only tackling its root causes, but also challenging the societal attitudes that perpetuate their suffering, creating a path toward dignity and opportunity for those most in need. Access to healthcare remains a significant challenge for the homeless population, who often lack health insurance and reliable transportation. As a result, many are forced to turn to emergency rooms as their primary source of medical care. While the expansion of Medicaid in Nevada in 2014 offered some relief, a large portion of the homeless community continues to depend on emergency services for even the most basic health needs. According to local surveys, an alarming 40.2% of homeless individuals rely on emergency rooms as their main gateway to health care. This over-reliance on emergency services highlights a troubling gap in the healthcare system. Emergency rooms, designed for acute crises, are ill-equipped to provide the comprehensive, preventive care these individuals desperately need. Instead of addressing the root causes of their health problems, this approach often leads to untreated chronic conditions, recurring visits, and escalating health crises. The consequences are twofold. For the homeless, it perpetuates a cycle of deteriorating health. For the healthcare system, it creates a significant financial strain. Rising costs of emergency care burden taxpayers and drain critical resources that could be better allocated toward preventive and community-based solutions. Breaking this cycle requires a shift in focus from reactive care to proactive, accessible healthcare services tailored to the unique needs of the homeless population. Expanding mobile clinics, offering low-barrier health programs, and integrating mental health support could reduce dependence on emergency rooms while improving long-term health outcomes. Without these changes, the intersection of homelessness and limited healthcare access will continue to challenge individuals and communities alike, highlighting an urgent need for systemic reform. Homelessness in Las Vegas has far-reaching consequences, not only for the individuals affected, but also for the community and the city's infrastructure. As the number of homeless individuals rises, it triggers a series of social challenges, including increased crime, public disorder, and a noticeable decline in the city's image. Public spaces that were once symbols of the city's vibrancy are now often filled with people in desperate need of assistance, creating discomfort for both residents and tourists alike. Moreover, the growing homelessness crisis places immense pressure on the healthcare system and emergency services, resulting in escalating costs for taxpayers and the government. In response, local government authorities and nonprofit organizations, NGOs, are working together to tackle homelessness with a variety of initiatives aimed at improving access to healthcare, education, and job training. Programs like the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center provide integrated services, including temporary housing and medical care. Similarly, shelters such as the Las Vegas Rescue Mission and the Shade Tree offer accommodation and recovery programs designed to help individuals regain stability. However, these efforts face significant obstacles. Limited funding, shelter capacity, and difficulties with transportation all hinder the effectiveness of these initiatives. Additionally, the social stigma surrounding homelessness, coupled with the lack of identification documents, further complicates the ability of homeless individuals to access available services. As a result, homelessness remains a persistent and complex issue in Las Vegas. The sight of worn-out tents and weary faces serves as a stark reminder that not everyone in this city enjoys the same opportunities. The sharp contrast between the glittering luxury of Las Vegas's entertainment industry and the despair felt by its homeless population underscores the widening social divide at the heart of the city. If this video has touched you, we invite you to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more impactful documentaries that delve into crucial issues affecting communities across the globe. Together, we can raise awareness, inspire action, and help create lasting change for those who need it most. Let's make a difference, one step at a time.